What's up, guys? Welcome to Run It Back with Blair Bomber, and I'm feeling fucking spicy today. That was probably too loud in your headphones. I apologize, because I'm so sorry. But I'm also not sorry, because you guys come here for the free fucking content. That's right. You guys know it's free. And because it's free, and because there's not really any incentive for me to do this other than satisfying my narcissistic needs to be loved by pretty much just myself, this is just where we're at. I just do it because I think it's the right thing for me to do. Now, Blair, that was, you kind of just talked yourself into a circle right there. Yeah, I know, dude. Here's when I know it's time to do the podcast. Two things happen. Either I'm just waking up in the morning, I'm excited, I'm ready to get something off my chest, I'm ready to get it fucking going. And then there are times when I'm just sitting here thinking, I don't really want to record. And that's when I have to take a C4, and then I have to just fucking foot on the gas. So here I am. I also wrote some semi-notes things. I think what might help me be more excited is to almost not do like a current event thing, but almost have like two parts. So I have the things that happen from Monday to Thursday, and then I record on Friday. By the way, this is on Saturday, so I've already not done this week. And then I recap the weekend with something maybe I have done or something else happens. I think those are two separate things. The early part of the week and then the weekend, because more shit usually happens during the weekend than the actual weekdays. But again, a lot should happen this week, and it wasn't even a fucking weekend. So, I don't know, guys. I've been having some guests on here. Everyone hated Matt Boyd. I hated Matt Boyd. I hope he never comes back. I hope the guy falls down some stairs. I hope he never says. The guy kept saying pacifically instead of specifically. You can't just leave out. You can't just change the word. I know what you meant. But it's also really frustrating when you do it like that, Matt. You got to just get better at that. And you know what he would say? Yeah, you have a personality disorder. That's what you have. You just don't even know how to have a conversation without trying to attack somebody and break them down. It's like, shut up, dude. Your accent gets thicker when you're on the mic anyway. You fucking hoser. You fucking hoser. I'm just kidding. We love Matt. Friend of the pod. What have you guys been doing? Has anybody done anything good recently? I was thinking about it this last year. Everyone's been saying it's their worst year ever. It might have been my best year ever. Because, I mean, maybe not the entirety of it. Okay, the low points were low, but the high points do pretty high. Your boys in Texas, I got some wall art. Shout out my brother Brady for helping me buy it because it was way too expensive. And by too expensive, I don't mean like $500. I mean it was like $100. And I was like, hey man, can you give me $50 for my birthday? And then I can buy this tomorrow. Then it came from Mumbai, which I thought was hilarious. When you order something, you don't really know where it's coming from, and they give you the tracking notifications, and you're like, oh, well, I wonder what part of Texas it's in. And they're like, oh, no, it's in Mumbai. It'll be here maybe. I don't know, dude. But it fits perfectly. But here's the thing. I hang things poorly. So I think I'm going to have to really put the time in to hang the thing properly. Because what usually happens for me is I fuck off with it a little bit. Like, I don't use a level. I kind of measure, but then I don't. It's a lot of just like using my thumb to eyeball it. I think I've underestimated how many people don't watch the podcast. They just listen. So I do a lot of these like physical things, and then you guys are like, fucking what? Which is incentivize you to go to the YouTube and to find Run It Back with Blair Bomber. That's this podcast. That's also me. And then you watch that. We're good to go. What do you think? What do you think? Man, the caffeine's running through my veins. I had a couple beers last night. I think 4 beers is the magic number for me. Not like consecutively. Well, no, for sure consecutively. I'll take that back. That was a bold-faced lie. No, I like to have 1 beer every hour followed by a glass of water after every beer, and that way I avoid my hangover. Oh, so you're a pussy. If you're going to drink, fucking drink, dude. Unless you have a problem, then maybe you shouldn't drink. But if you're going to drink a little, I mean, you don't got to go crazy with it. Like, I didn't go crazy last night. I had some beers, caught me a little bit of a buzz, and I knew it was time to take my foot off the gas, okay? I'm an adult. If you're the kind of person, if you're over 30 and you say shit like, man, I don't want to just have a couple beers. If I'm going to drink, I'm going to drink till I get fucked up. It's like you have a drinking problem. You should never drink ever again. Have some self-control, you fat fuck. That person is usually pretty fat too. It's usually a fat guy who also can't just have one donut. He has to eat the entire store. Can you put sprinkles on it? Can you put sprinkles on it, please? It's like, there's bacon. Yeah, can you put the bacon on the thing and then put sprinkles on it? No more beer for you, Tom. I mean, some guys like to sprint, they're sprint drinkers. I can't go like that. I mean, I will, given the right occasion. Like this weekend. I probably will. I'm thinking, guys, a lot's been going on. I don't even want to talk about it because I don't want to jinx it. But there is a halfway decent chance that I do some illegal drugs. Not heroin. I mean, maybe heroin. No, not heroin, for sure. I mean, I don't want to say never, but right now, I mean, things could go really bad for me. I feel like heroin is kind of a last-ditch effort to not kill yourself. Your parents die in a car crash, your brother gets cancer, your dog drowns in a weird kayaking accident. If that all happens to you inside of, 18 months, it's kind of like maybe a sign to, hey, guys, let's check out. Let's throw the vein in there. Come on, guys. Let's, tie one off, throw the vein. Come on, guys. Let's tie one off, throw the needle. Let's blast off a little bit. Try to get a little bit sideways. Blair, you're talking pretty openly about doing heroin as a last resort to not kill yourself. Maybe you should back off a little bit. And I think you might be right. I love the idea of somebody listening to this and taking it seriously. That's my favorite thing. I know I shit on it a lot. Like, people will be like, I don't like what you said. And to which I say, you're a cunt. Get over it. Segura said it best. So Tom Segura said it so well in one of his last specials. He goes, I forget which one. Maybe it was Ball Hog. I don't know. But he's talking about people getting mad about jokes, taking them seriously. And he's like, yeah, well, you should never hear things you don't like. Fucking grow up. Yeah, I mean, you have to experience things you don't like. That's how you grow. If everything was always just easy, you would never make any changes. You would just stay the exact same. You ever meet a guy who's like 35 and he's happy all the time? That's because nothing bad ever happened to him. Or so many terrible things happened to him that he's hit his quota for bad things one person can go through in their life. And then he's just like, all right, cool, heroin time. I don't know. Are you guys following this Reddit thing? We got to talk about it, right? I like when stuff like this happens because it kind of forces me to learn something new. Like, I did watch The Big Short, didn't take anything away from it. Not a single goddamn thing. Movie was cool. I remember there was a cut scene with Margot Robbie. Robbie? Doesn't matter. She's a fucking babe. Those Aussies, man, they're grown different. Although, have you guys ever noticed that there are like 4 other women that look exactly like her? Not like just 4 women in the world. And like 4 other actresses that look exactly the same as her. Go on the internet right now. I don't care what you're doing. You know you have your phone on you. You have your phone on you, Danielle and Eric and Chaz. And Josh, look at your fucking phone and type in Margot Robbie lookalike actresses. And there's 4 other ones that look exactly the same as her. It's fucking wild. I mean, who would think that a white blonde girl would look like other white blonde girls? It's like a bald guy thing. Like white bald guys of a certain height, we look the fucking same. That's why I have a beard or a mustache and piercing blue eyes. Don't forget about the baby blues. The baby blues will get you. I'm going to look deep into your eyes and say, come here and kiss me on the mouth. Blair, why are you saying it like you're scared? I don't know, dude. I don't know. This podcast could be called I Don't Know with Blair Balmer, and it would be, nothing would change. I mean, it'd probably be more telling. It'd almost be too on the nose. Anyway, The Big Short, Margot Robbie, she had that cut scene where she's in a bubble bath and she's explaining what a short is. and she's distracting and I didn't remember any of it. But the Reddit thing is wild. So here's how I understand it. And if you guys have already done your research and you're like, Blair, you said that wrong. Fuck you, okay? This is how I work things out. I have to say them out loud alone in a camera and a mic, and then eventually I listen back to it and I hear, okay, that's what I was trying to do. So the Margot Robbie thing, wait. Could we see her pussy in Wolf of Wall Street, or would you think it was like a pussy double? She does like the Sharon Stone open up her leg things. Also, side note, dude, I saw this thing about like exploited actors and actresses. I saw this thing about a fucking me mumbling on a podcast. Okay. I saw this thing on art. God damn it. Too much caffeine. You could tell when the caffeine peaks because I cannot put a sentence together. So there's this article I saw about scenes that actors and actresses Blair, the same thing, call them both actors. Shut up. Scenes they regretted. And one of them was the famous scene from Basic Instinct, where Sharon Stone, who's a serial killer in the movie, is being interviewed, interrogated, kind of, I guess, by the police. And she's sitting there, legs are crossed. She's wearing a nice little dress, nice little skirt. And she goes, cross, uncross, pussy shot, cross again. And then Newman from Seinfeld was like, but he's always sweaty. You guys always sweaty. Anyway, so she came out and said that it was like manipulation by the director. Like he told her that wasn't going to happen and said, hey, don't do this, but we're not rolling with the camera. I think that's just revisionist history. It's okay. Own it. We saw your pussy kind of, but you don't really see their pussy. You see the bush, which is what I thought the pussy was. I thought I never saw like a shaved pussy in my entire life. I just saw like porn or mags that had like, just nudies, and you see the front form. I didn't know the pussy was down and around the corner. Then you got to go back north to get inside. No idea that's how it worked. Okay. But apparently that's exactly how it works. So if you're looking straight ahead at her pussy, it's not her pussy. It's just like her pelvic area. Pelvis? Pubic area. Pubic's a gross word. Never say that again. It's from a guy who said cunt like 10 minutes ago. Anyway, dude, you got to stop. Okay. We can see Margot Robbie's pussy in fucking Wall Street, right? Right. Okay. Dude, I do kind of sound like I'm on cocaine right now. I'm just so excited for my weekend plans that I just... Okay. Let's chill out. The Reddit thing. By the way, the last 4 minutes that's an exact glimpse of what literally goes on in my mind. Just a bunch of things firing at once. Blair, that's ADHD. Shut up, dude. I'm just trying to organize the thoughts. So, the Reddit thing. This is how I understood it. Is Reddit, they have like the R Wall Street, R, stock, whatever. They found that these hedge funds, these billionaire hedge funds were billionaire? These billion dollar hedge funds were shorting GameStop. It's a failing company. We all know what GameStop is. They were shorting it. So they're buying up all these stocks just knowing it's going to fall. Then they sell them and make their profit. Great. So what this guy on Reddit was like, hey guys, go and buy a fuck ton of Reddit stock, which will drive it through the roof. And then all those hedge fund billionaires that bought all this stock hoping to short and make all their money back actually will lose all this money because now the price of the stock, which was like $6, is now like $11,000. So now you have to pay back the difference of the money that you lost when you tried to short it. So then Wall Street was like, and the app is Robinhood. Wall Street freaked out and was like, yo, you can't, this is unconstitutional. You can't do this, but we need more regulations, which is insane because as I understand it, Wall Street operates without regulations. That's how they all make so much money because they just keep on noticing trends and fucking everybody over and then making more and more money up in the billions. And then billionaires are getting their dick pushed in the dirt and they're like, guys, stop it. I was kidding. Which is so funny to me that just the power of the internet, the power of the people. But then Robinhood came out and they stopped so you couldn't trade on it anymore. You could only sell, so you couldn't keep buying, so you couldn't keep fucking over the Wall Street guys. Amazing. I don't know what any of that means. I know what it means. It means the billionaires lost a bunch of money. And then the people that were on Reddit that were buying were going to make a little bit of money. It's kind of like it's literally what Robinhood is. You steal from the rich and you give to the poor. And then Robinhood, the app, was like, actually, we don't believe in our own name. But I like when stuff like this happens because it allows me to learn something new. And then I can then have this same conversation that I just had with myself to somebody else. And it makes me look more intelligent, which I'm not, because I'm kind of a fucking dumb guy. Like, I'm kind of a moron, but I can fake it about anything. Okay? I can fake it. It's like a woman in her 40s who's just trying to fuck because she knows she needs to do it for the human interaction. She can just fake the orgasm, get it over with. I can do the same thing in conversation. I can fake interest and knowledge on any subject. What do you want to talk about? Astrophysics? I can fucking carry on a conversation about that just by asking questions. Like, oh yeah, is that? That's funny because I had a friend of mine who told me something similar, but then you're saying it more poetically. Can you say that to me a little bit slower this time? Thank you. That's how you get found out. Could you say it slower, dude? So I can maybe like hang out and like figure out what you're saying? That'd be cool, man. Because at this point, I'm just not even following, bro. Feeling giggly today. By the way, that's about as much mileage as I can get out of like a current event topic. I don't want to do research on it. I want to just hear other people talk about it. I'll do a little bit of like read one thing. It's probably just a tweet. It's like, 10 characters. I'm like, oh, I think I got it. And then I'll talk about it on the podcast for a minute and a half, and that's it. What else is there? We got the Super Bowl coming up. What else is there? I hate when people do that shit on stage. It drives me fucking crazy. When people go on stage and they're it's always when they're bombing. No one ever fucking is killing and goes, man, what else was I going to say? No, it's you bombing and your joke didn't go well, so now you bail on that joke. And then you want to remember, but then you're bailing, so you get like that flop sweat on the back of your neck. So now you don't know what else to say. So you're forgetting what the next bit was because you bailed in the first, so the whole rhythm's all off. Now you're sitting there thinking, what should I say next? And then you can't remember. Then you say the words, what's next, which is a fucking indicator that you suck cock. Which is what I just did on the podcast. But it's not the same because I'm alone. And I'm literally looking at this thing like, what did I write next? But it's different because I'm alone. It's the podcast, longer form. I'm not looking for laughs in a live setting. I'm hoping that you will find some of this funny as you have your headphones in at work. I picture a bunch of people just putting the podcast on, like on speakerphone at work, and then I say cunt too loud, and they're like, ooh, gotta put the fucking phone jack back inside, headphones back in, thank you. I don't even know this guy. I don't know if I told this story before, but it's not even my story. It's my buddy Tucker's story. Shout out Tucker. He was telling me he was listening to like Legion of Skanks or some shit when he used to work in a mailroom in Chicago. And he's like the only white guy in the mailroom, a bunch of black dudes. And all these white comics start saying the N-word left and right. And then Tucker had to explain to them like, oh no, it's just they're comedians. Oh, what a fucking disaster, dude. Look at my posture. I gotta get my posture better. How do you improve? Look, does this look better when I'm sitting here like, and then on the first day? Anyway, after my fucking tangent about bad open mic, comedic, pet peeves. Anyway. The big game's coming. I think it's a week from tomorrow. Tampa Bay, Kansas City. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be fun to watch. You don't want to see a blowout in the big one. You want to see, you want a good storyline. It's, it's the passing of the torch, really, maybe potentially from Tom Brady to Patrick Mahomes, which is why you kind of want the old guy, you want the old gunslinger to just have one more, because Mahomes is going to have the next 20 years to reign over the league. Tom Brady might be his last one. I think he comes back for at least 2 more years. The guy looks great. Like if you gave me a tiny little shot of Tom Brady come, I would take it. How could you not? 6 rings, dude. I'm not even a Tom Brady fan, but you can't deny greatness. If you gave me a fucking vial of Elon Musk sweat and was like, hey, do you want to smell this? Yeah, I want to smell it. Maybe that's less gross than drinking Tom Brady cum, but whatever. Hey, what did Blair talk about in that last episode? He brought up a bunch of stuff about drinking Tom Brady's cum, and he lost me. Sounds about right. I'm a fucking moron, dude. A fucking moron. I hope it's a good game. It's also old guard, new guard. Do you want the young guns to come through and start reigning the league? You don't want it to start too early. You want them to, because their time is coming. So and they've already won the Super Bowl. So it's kind of, when the Hawks, people were so happy, so happy when the Hawks lost that Super Bowl to Tom Brady. They're like, this Seahawks team is good. They already won one. Russ is fucking 10 years old. We don't want to see them run the league for the next 10 years. And then we lost that one, and it kind of fucked us up. So maybe the Chiefs will throw the ball on the 1 yard line to lose the Super Bowl to Tom Brady. Wouldn't that be just sweet as fuck? There's not a month that goes by that I don't think about that play. That's a lie. I don't really give a shit. It's games. It's just games. Just games. If you're a diehard sports fan where it almost like ruins your day. I was talking to a buddy of mine. He said that he got mad when I think like the Eagles or someone or Dallas lost something, and he said he had like an orgy the next night and he couldn't get his dick hard because he was so mad. I'm like, you can't get your dick hard at an orgy? There's just beautiful babies everywhere. Not like babies, but come on, Vince Vaughn level babies. Swingers, come on, guys. Catch up. You better be ready to come play. You better ready to come play. Better be ready to come. I think here's the thing. It's like I can sit there and break down the Super Bowl. I don't really care enough to even like look at the matchups. I kind of know in my head. I think it'll be great. Great offense, great defenses, blah, 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 whatever. What's funny to me is going to be the trash talk leading up to the game. Already, my guy Scotty Miller, which is not even my guy. I mean, if you're a white receiver and you're a white guy, there's a good chance that all your fans are also white guys. I just like to see more guys that look like me out there. Shut up. Scotty Miller, he's short, little white guy, got some burners on him. Tyreek Hill is the fastest guy in the league, and I don't think it's that close. Scotty Miller was like, yeah, I could beat him in a foot race. Oh, could you, Scotty? Oh, could you? Could you? Yes, I love the confidence. You got to say that. Back in college, my freshman year at WSU, I was the fastest guy on the fucking team. If you asked me, I was. I also wasn't going to race anybody. Because what's that going to do? Oh, we're going to race? Maybe he's a better start than me. All of a sudden, then he's better than me at this? No. Just go on the field. I'll fucking burn it down. And I'll see you in conditioning. Like, you don't want to say, oh, you're faster than me one time going 30 yards? Great. But you know what? I'm going to fucking keep on coming. And by that 27th 100-yard strider, I'm going past you, dude, because your boy's like the Energizer Bunny. I can just keep on fucking. They bring that bunny back, dude. The amount of mileage you get out of that guy and a sex toy, I love it. But Scotty Miller says he's faster than Tyreek Hill, and Tyreek just laughs at him like, oh, yeah, that's cute. Love that. But you got to have that energy. If you're the white guy in that environment, you got to have the confidence. Like, Hank Aaron, R.I.P. He died. When he was coming in the major leagues, he had to have the mentality, like, I'm the only fucking black guy out here. I better show out and show him that I'm the best. And now the pendulum has really swung, and now it's just a couple white guys playing skill positions in the NFL. So, and they're not wide receivers. They're slot guys because they're just not big, strong, and fast enough to run around there. And that's fine. And we know this. Okay? Jordy Nelson's gone. Guys, it's over. Man, that was a fun ride, huh? Fun ride with Jordy Nelson. He's the fastest guy in the league. No, he's not. What about Matt Bolin? Yeah, dude, okay, sure. He's got some fast times. There's always outliers, right? All right, you can have some fast white guys, but across the board, white guys, you just aren't as fast as the brothers. Okay? That's just what it is. You can sit there and make excuses and be like, well, I don't think it's always true. Then you're a fucking retard, dude. Okay? That's what always annoys me about when you make like a generalization about something, and it's kind of common knowledge that that's the way it is. And then people go, well, I heard of a guy one time. It's like, yeah, dude, there are exceptions to every rule. It's not blanket 100%. This is how it goes. It is just sometimes something else happens. There are anomalies. I knew a black guy who was always on time. Great. That's a rarity. Okay? Fine. It's like an Asian with a fat ass. I saw one recently. Unbelievable. You know? Man or woman. Whatever. Unless they're a power lifter. But for the most part, across the board, group of people that genuinely don't have fat asses. Okay? Whereas black people, black dudes especially, fat dumpers on them all the time, all day long. Nothing but dumpers. And I love to see that. I'm happy for them. Okay? See a lot of white bald guys that are just bald as shit. I've been bald since I was 19, dude. A lot of white bald, and you can always tell when white guys are going bald. I mean, we got brown hair, gray hair. We got brown hair, and when that goes, you're like, wait, I can see. It's like cracks in the fucking. I'm trying to think of a movie where there's cracks in something. It's like when the sun shines through and cracks into the fucking blinds. God, that was a bad riff, Blair. What just happened there? Did I have a seizure? Or was it a stroke? Either way, it wasn't pretty. Love stereotypes. How else do you know how to judge certain people without meeting them? Gotta have a stereotype. Quick question. How do we feel about Johnny Depp? Do we like him anymore? If you're a true listener to this podcast, I want you to text me, message me, comment on here what you think about Johnny Depp. Do we like him? I don't know. I think I'll always just think he was cool. I'll always think he's a cool guy, cool, hot guy. Also admire a guy that never stops drinking. The guy just never gave it up, and he's got that booze bag face. I love that. You know? He's flawed. His ex-wife's an asshole. He went to court with her. It's like the guy's got some demons. I like that. I don't want squeaky clean. Don't give me Tom Hanks. Remember when everybody was like, Tom Hanks is going to die of COVID? And he was like, nah, I'm good. My wife got it too. She's fine. The old bag's tough. I'm just saying, like Johnny Depp, I saw a thing about Johnny Depp having a new movie coming out. I'm like, I don't even know if I need to see it. I'll just watch Pirates of the Caribbean again. Pirates of the Caribbean or Pirates of the Caribbean? Which do you say? I say Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean just sounds like a resort, which I think it is actually. Now that I think about it. I like him. I hope he gets back on his feet. I just hope he wins. It's like, like women love Britney Spears and they just hope to God that she can just get her shit together at some point and not be such a goddamn mess, which is probably never gonna happen. She's probably gonna OD. Pull a whole Amy Winehouse, but like at 40 instead of doing it at like 27, which is way less poetic. If you'd like lived most of your life and you're like, well, now it's time to go. It's like, it's way more, romantic to be like 27 and she died so young as opposed to being 40 with fucking too much eyeshadow on. Like, oops, slipped in the shower. That was mean. But people love Britney Spears. Women love Britney Spears. Same way that guys love Johnny Depp. I think we do, man. I think guys, we're kind of just like, man, that guy's so cool. And even though he is kind of a disaster, you just kind of hang on to that. We all had that poster of Johnny Depp. It's the black and white poster. He's in a beater with a bunch of stupid tank tops and bracelets. Wait, he's in a beater with a bunch of stupid tank tops. He's in a beater with a bunch of bracelets and necklaces, and he's like smoking a fucking doobie. He's playing the piano, and he probably can't even play the piano. He's did that for the picture. We all had that poster, and we're like, that guy fucking gets it. Johnny Depp, there was probably a 25-year period where Johnny Depp always looked like he was either going to or coming from getting his dick sucked. That's just how he looked. It was just a constant. So the guy looked like he's either like, I gotta get my dick sucked, or he's like, just got my dick sucked. He always had a little bit of, there was the two faces of his face. The two sides of his face was either like excitement or relaxed. 30 minutes. Hell yeah. That'll do it. How do we feel? We feel good about that one? I felt pretty good about that one. Can you tell the caffeine's coursing through my veins? Through my veins? I'm just excited for the rest of my night. I got some big things planned. It's going to be a first time for me. It might be an orgy, but we'll see. I don't know if I have time to talk about it next time. Group sex in 2021. Yeah! All right, you fucks. I'm out of here. Eat shit. Love you. Don't forget, Rudy still sucks. Mwah.